Rimworld starts as a management game but quickly turns into a collection of strange personality stories. You're overseeing a small group of colonists trying to survive, but they bring their own moods, traits, and problems to every situation. It never feels like you're fully in control, and that's part of the appeal. The systems are deep but readable. Colonists get hungry, tired, stressed, injured, and emotionally overwhelmed. The environment doesn't wait for you to catch up, and events can pile at the worst possible times, forcing you to adapt instead of optimize. What makes it stick is its attachment. Colonists stop feeling disposable, even when the game absolutely treats them that way. You remember the disasters more than the successes, and that's what keeps pulling you back in. Cuphead is loud, expressive, and immediately confident in what they're doing. The hand-drawn animation gives every moment clarity, making it easy to read attacks even when the screen is full of chaos. Nothing feels decorative, everything is there to support the action. There's no grinding or stat padding, just learning, timing, positioning, and when to commit. Losing feels expected, not punishing. What keeps it enjoyable is the tone. Even when it's difficult, the game stays playful. The music, animation, and pacing keep frustration from settling in too deeply. Hollow Knight opens up slowly, letting the world reveal itself through exploration rather than explanation. The environments feel abandoned but purposeful, connected through winding paths that encourage getting lost. Silence does a lot of the storytelling. Combat is tight and deliberate. Attacks are simple, but enemies' behavior demands patience and awareness. Rushing usually leads to mistakes, which gives encounters a steady measured tension. The mood carries the experience. Music, art, restraint combine to create something quietly emotional without ever stating its themes directly. Hades is built around momentum. Every run sends you forward even when you fail. Layering progression through upgrades, unlocks, and conversations. Nothing feels wasted, even the short attempts. Combat is fast and responsive, with weapons that change how you approach fights. Abilities stack in flexible ways, encouraging experiment over rigid builds. What really elevates it is how the story fits into repetition. Characters remember your attempts, react to your progress, and slowly open up, making the loop feel alive. Hades 2 keeps the same forward motion but shifts the tone slightly. Combat still rewards speed and awareness, but new mechanics give encounters a different rhythm. It feels familiar without feeling recycled. The world expands outward, leaning into mystery and discovery. Story elements unfold gradually, allowing curiosity to drive progression rather than exposition. It feels confident in its foundation. Unpacking removes pressure entirely. There's no timer, no score. You're simply placing objects into rooms and deciding where they belong. As you move throughout different living spaces, personal details quietly surface. Certain items reappear, others disappear, and without dialogue, a life takes shape through belongings. It never tells you how to feel, and that openness lets meaning settle naturally. Is This Seat Taken focuses on small social moments. You're arranging people in a shared space, paying attention to comfort, preferences, and unspoken boundaries. The puzzle rely on observation rather than logic. Who wants space, who wants company, and who absolutely should not sit together becomes the core challenge. Its charm comes from the gentleness. It doesn't rush solutions or over-explain ideas, letting the empathy do the work. Stardew Valley gives you the freedom from the start. Farming, fishing, mining, relationships, and exploration all exist without urgency, letting you choose what matters. Time passes steadily, seasons change, and the routines form naturally. Progression feels earned because nothing is forced. It works because it's like a place, not a checklist. You return because you want to, not because the game demands it. Blueprints is driven by curiosity and structure. Rooms shift, layouts change, and exploration becomes a puzzle of connection rather than location. The game teaches through movement. You learn how spaces work by navigating them, not by being told rules. There's a dreamlike quality to how it unfolds, rewarding patience and attention over speed. Cyberpunk builds a dense, atmospheric world where detail carries weight. The city feels intentional, layered with stories told through environment as much as dialogue. Gameplay supports multiple approaches to combat and problem solving, letting choices shape how situations unfold. What stands out is the tone. Themes of identity and power feel grounded because they're woven directly into the world. Detroit Become Human centers on choice, but keeps those choices clear and readable. Scenes play out cinematically, but tension often comes from quiet moments rather than spectacle. It focuses more on emotional weight rather than challenge, letting the story drive engagement. Baldur's Gate 3 is dense without feeling cold. Systems are complex, but they're always tied to characters and narrative context. Combat is flexible and creative, allowing unexpected solutions to work when they make sense. What makes it memorable is how often the game acknowledges your decisions, even the small ones. Astro Bot is joyful from the start. Movement feels smooth, and environments respond with personality and charm. It succeeds by not overthinking itself. Fun is the goal. Celeste demands precision, but treats failure gently. Movement is extracting, but restarts are immediate. Each screen feels intentional, pushing skills without cruelty. The story quietly reinforces perseverance, making challenges feel meaningful. UFO 50 feels like uncovering a lost collection. Each game has its own rule, tone, and identity. Some are simple, others strange. Discovery is the reward, letting curiosity guide play. Peak focuses on movement and momentum. Environment environments push you forward naturally, encouraging awareness. It rewards attention and presence, letting the climb speak for itself.